What's up, guys? It's your boy Terrell here from Terrell Game Vlogs. I apologize if you hear the AC in the back. It's been kind of a weird few weeks, and although I've uploaded some content, it's more so this is kind of a life update video, which is what I've been meaning to do. It just hasn't gotten out due to busyness with family concerns, and then just part of it's just procrastination. So the quarantine, I think, really affected me. I think it was like that last, it was like a week, or it was like halfway through March, if I remember correctly. Yeah, like I think, so here's the thing. This year has been kind of a weird mishmash of situations. Financially, I'm pretty happy where I'm at because of what happened. So essentially, I was working my old job at the library, which I can now say because I don't work there anymore. I was working that job. Technically, I've been in the library system since I was 16. And so technically, I worked it for about 12 years in total. Although full time wasn't until like 5 years ago. So I got my associate's degree, and then I got that job and had that job for 5 years, and then the end of January was my last day, and boom, I jump into the new job, which I had only really been working for like a month. So like I'd only really been working that job, this current job, for like a month, maybe a month and a half before boom, Corona hits and everyone has to go home. So it's kind of jarring for me because it's like, oh, I'm just now starting to get into like a groove of some sort. Boom, alright, now you're out. And we've been out since like the middle of March. So it's been like a month already with me doing like small things on call here and there. And I'm lucky that like my job, because of the kind of job it is, I don't have to worry about getting fired or any of that nonsense. Like our job isn't like overly concerned about me. Like our job isn't like for profit, so like I don't have to worry about, oh no, well we're not making any money, so we can't afford to pay you. Like it's not that kind of job. That's the advantage. And they've had us do some pseudo stuff while at home anyway. But for the most part, I've been home for like a month. Today is like what, the 15th? I have started losing track of time. What is today's date? Today's date is the 15th. So now you know when I'm recording this video. It's the 15th, and for the most part, I haven't really done much work. I've done like a couple days, well maybe like 2 or 3 days of work. And even then, those aren't full days. We're only doing like 4 days. In the Corona, realistically, we need to stay home anyway, so yeah. I've just been in a weird mindset because when you leave a job that you work for like fucking 12 years, you feel kind of conflicted about everything. Especially because the reason why I left the library had really nothing to do with the people I work with. It had a little bit more to do with the people I work for, and a mixture of like money. Like realistically, that's what it boiled down to. Like my immediate supervisor in IT was fucking great. I love that. I love the people I work with in the library system. That was great. Fucking higher ups, woo, that's a whole different story. And so it sucked, especially because and part of it's because I've known those people for over a decade. Some of those people I've known longer, for over 10 years. So for me personally, it's like leaving what I would consider a second family in a lot of ways. To the point where I'm still texting them. Now granted, I've only been away from that job for like, what, 2 months? No, 3 months. Because I left at the end of, so February, March, and then we're in April. We're going on like 3 months. But it doesn't really feel like it because I'm still keeping in touch with everybody. And the thing with the new job is that the people aren't bad, but like it's a different crowd, and like I can't just glide in as easily with this crowd as I could with the library crowd. And part of me is in like this weird, I don't fucking know. Like I'm adjusting, and the people, at least the boss, I think it's another situation where my immediate boss is cool, but like the higher ups, man, I feel like that's the situation. But the immediate boss is cool, but the higher ups is like, and you feel some type of way. The main difference is I'm getting paid more and better hours. Not that my hours are bad at the library, but just like these are better than those hours. that's literally it. And so right now, like emotionally, I'm in a different state of mind because I'm like, I don't really know how I feel about the job because I only really worked there for like a month, and half of that month was training. Half of that month was me learning about what that job entails and what I would and would not have to do. And some days, bro, it's like dead for me. And granted, that's not a bad thing. I'm just kind of part of this is like just me giving you an update on my life and just kind of venting. I just feel some type of way right now, and then with the corona and everything, and being home a lot makes it even worse because now it's like I got relatively adjusted getting into it, and now it's like boom. Now you're off for like a month. It's been like a month, and I think like the mandate for us is that like we're supposed to be out. We're supposed to be like out until like the 30th. So like literally, I don't go back to work until like May, which is like another 2 weeks of just being at home. I hope those, and see, I'm lucky because like a lot of people, your other jobs, people just got fired. Like realistically, people got fired. It wasn't because they were doing a bad job. They literally got fired because my job. A lot of jobs just went out of business. I would like a lot of people are just can't afford to keep certain businesses open because A, we have to make money on a consistent basis, and B, if the corona has it where we can't do that, then we're screwed. So either you got to take like some sort of pay cut or you're fired. And they usually leaned on the pay cut side. Fired ends up happening a lot too. I have like a couple friends who literally just lost their jobs, not because they did anything wrong, not because the job, but literally because the job couldn't afford to pay them. And then you have people who the job is still there, but like they can't get paid because you're not working. It's this whole corona thing has just kind of changed the game in a lot of different ways. And I'm one of the lucky ones to say, oh, well, my job isn't really like that. But like I'm a part of that minority. Like the majority of people are struggling. And then I know they just sent out the stimulus, the IRS stuff, which was, I think it was like $1,200, which like for me down here in Georgia, that's fine. That's not like amazing, but it's fine. Like most people are cool with $1,200. That's usually a person's rent. At the very least, you're probably paying rent, or maybe you got to put like an extra $100 with it. But you're probably paying rent at least. And most people, it does pay rent, and you still have some left over. But for people in like New York, or like in those high cities, hell, I think probably in Atlanta, that probably ain't gonna cut it. I mean, it's not terrible, but like, bro, for some people that doesn't cover rent, which is kind of crazy to me in retrospect. But hey, it's a difference of landmarks and what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, it's on like the tip of my tongue and I can't think of it. It's the difference in social class, not social class. What is it? Social standing? No. Social. It's something social. Social standards, maybe is what I'm thinking of. So it's weird. I think my immediate goal originally was let me pay off the new car that I bought in 2018, and then after I do that, probably look towards getting a house. Because like, although an apartment is cool, like I'm about to turn 30. Realistically, the apartment phase of my life probably would have been in the 20s. Like once you hit 30, at this point you probably should have some sort of girlfriend or some sort of like you should have been making some furthering in your career. And job-wise, there has been some progression. So 2020 is better just for that reason in itself. But like realistically, like I'm about to turn 30, and usually loans for houses are about 30 years. The smartest thing to do would be around like 30 to start, like in your 30s or early 30s. The latest I think most people should wait is like 35. Because I think 65 is when you're finally old enough to do like Social Security and retirement and everything, get like the full benefit of it. If you wanted to time out correctly, you probably should be buying a house like in your early 30s going into like 35 being like the absolute latest. So I'm kind of caught in a mentality of trying to blow out this car, which won't take me that long, and then just investing into a house and just being like, this is where I'm going to be at. I need to go ahead and get this shit locked the fuck down. Granted, I'm only 28. I'll be 29 in June, but like that's still like another year I got before I even hit the big 30. Actually, that might work the way I did it because the camera reverses things. So I'm in a weird emotional sense in the fact that like I kind of miss the old coworkers because I haven't had enough time with the new coworkers, and also because I recognize the new coworkers are a different crowd. I also have to recognize that a lot of it's on me in the sense that like I'm a very people like to pretend like this thing I'm outgoing and like overly interactive, but realistically I'm pretty introverted. That has never been changed. That has never changed. I've always been introverted. It's just that I can fake being extroverted for the sake of like interacting with people. And the good news with the stuff when I was at the library, I did try to become more extroverted, but like realistically, I'm the kind of guy who's used to being at home or being to himself and shit. So it's not. I gotta kind of get myself back into a mindset of like relearning how to meet people, because when you spend your time at the same job for like 12 years, like you're used to talking and interacting with people. Like you're used to that. You're used to like the day to day, and when a new person comes in, they're coming into your world. You're not coming into their world, so you're not like completely out of the loop. So it's like I get it. It's just a weird. What's what I'm looking for? It's a weird. It's a weird take and give situation, and I just gotta realize that I have to like give something to receive something. I mean, but life otherwise has been fine. Like I said, I'm one of the lucky ones when it comes to jobs and finances, so I'm not sweating that. And I just switched jobs, so like literally it worked out. It's a situation where I got a better job, where I'm making more money, and now I'm making that money without even having to go to work due to the corona stuff. But like for a lot of other people, the shit sucks, and then on top of that, people are fucking dying. Like I'm just talking about the financial side of it, the economical side of it. I'm not even talking about the reality that, oh, by the way, a bunch of fucking people are dying. It's just, and we haven't even hit the peak of it yet. They've already closed the schools and shit for the rest of the school year. This is it's gonna take us a minute. Considering it took China like how long did it take? And it's funny because right now Corona is the word you're not supposed to be saying on YouTube because of like ad revenue and shit. But like realistically, once again, the advantage. That's one of the few advantages. When this channel's making me money, I don't have to worry about like playing that game. Although it's not like I play that game much on the other channels either. But I'm saying like realistically, the advantage is that I don't care about playing that game. But it's just a whole thing. There's a few other life things, and see the weird thing is that like I wanted to do like more story time videos, but the problem is the things I want to talk about. Let's just say with the family member that it would relate to a lot of, me talking about those videos either A, seems in poor taste or seems dumb considering we still currently live together. So part of the reason why I haven't done any more story time videos is literally that reason. Because a lot of them are family oriented and I can't really tell them. I don't want to tell some of these stories are kind of dark. Just to give you kind of a, I may not ever tell the story for like the next year or two, so I think one of them is based off of like when I lost like, I wouldn't say respect, I don't know what the word would be, but when you lose like a certain level of concern, it's kind of like a bad relationship. Like if you and your girlfriend were dating and the priority your girlfriend was on originally was pretty high because that's just how you treat people, and then your girlfriend would like constantly fucking like would take advantage of it or not emotionally understand how much effort, how much you feel or care for her. So like you became less and less emotionally invested when she would say or do certain things, to the point where it just kind of dropped off or the priority was super low. It's literally that story except with a family member. Not the smartest thing to do to tell that story right now. I do want to do some solid discussions. I just need to. A lot of of it's also because when you're not off, like realistically, I think everyone needs a break from work. And I feel like I was getting to that point anyway. Now, granted, I would have had spring break off anyway, but like, I think a lot of it's just been me chilling. Like, I've been playing a lot of Dragon Quest. I've been talking to a lot of friends. I'm still doing the podcast and stuff on the channels. And we just got some stuff from Twitch. Like, I've been doing other things. So part of it's just me been relaxing. The other part has been me, like, participating with other stuff. So it hasn't really it's not like I don't have time for the videos. It's more so like the videos are like a lower priority. But I still want to make them, and I'm still recording. So what I'm probably going to do is in this video, and then maybe look to see what societal discussion I want to go back and redo. Because the problem is, like, a lot of the things, my opinions haven't changed much, but it's more of the climate we live in has changed a lot. Like, a lot of those old societal discussions are just viewed as insensitive because you don't understand, because you're not handling it by 2020 standards. Which is, although, you know what, I do have a few ideas, so we'll go from there. But this is just kind of a life update and ramble. I'm trying to think what else I've been doing. I've been playing Final Fantasy VII on Twitch, Dragon Quest 11S. I beat the main story, now I'm doing post-game stuff. What else? Streaming still. Part of me wants to start doing some more art stuff again. And then, like, there's not a lot I can do in my room because this is in my house. Like, everything that I own currently is in this room, which was, like, the main concern for me, primarily because when I move, I know I don't have to really go around looking for shit inside. This is a 2-story house I live in currently. You guys don't know that because you only seen parts of it. The main rooms you've seen is this room, and then the 2 other rooms across this wall, which was the room I originally started in the computer room, which is where our desktop was before I got my own PC. Side note, I think I've also learned, the older I've gotten, I hate fucking laptops with a passion now. I absolutely can't stand laptops. I've always been a guy who prefers, like, the mouse style, like, you just in a mechanical keyboard. Shit, you will never beat that with me. But most of everything, and then the problem is, like, I haven't even been able to go to the gym. I think that's the main thing that's bothering me. I haven't been able to go to the gym because the gyms are closed, and I'm like, fuck. So I feel like I'm not doing anything, which means realistically I'm probably gonna have to start walking around the neighborhood, which I did like the first week or so, and then I haven't really done it again since. And then because I'm staying up late talking to, like, friends on Discord or on, like, Hangouts or whatever. I'll give you an example. I think the last few days, especially like last week, I literally have not been going to sleep until about like 4 or 5 in the morning. Last night it was 6, which really means this morning was 6 o'clock in the morning is when I fucking went to sleep because I was on Discord the whole fucking night. And then I didn't wake up until like maybe, what is that? Maybe like 3 hours ago, 3 hours. It's around 2 p.m., 1 or 2 p.m. in the afternoon. And then because you don't have anything to do or anywhere to go. So realistically, I think the main problem I think I'm going through is that I feel like I'm wasting days to a degree. Because when you stay up late and then you go to sleep and then you wake up halfway through the day, you feel like, oh shit, I haven't done a goddamn thing. And the reality is you haven't. So, yeah, I'm just rambling at this point. I'll just stop. This is really kind of just a casual update, letting you know how I feel about things and where things are for me. I hope everyone else is fine. I hope everyone else is cool with their finances. I'm going to continue to upload. Oh, that was the other thing. I'm going to continue to upload some of the commentary stuff on Patreon. So, like, if you want to see any, I think we did one of the Ghibli films, and then we're doing a bunch of Pokemon battles. So if you want to see that, it's going to be on Patreon because we all know how Pokey Annie is with, like, copyright. Like ShowPro, that's hell. So I'm not even going to bother with it. They already struck down, like, a lot of my Snafu Season 1 reviews because those are all fucking, not audio. What's the word I'm looking for? They all have, like, footage in them. It was back when I had, like, that Crunchyroll partnership and they let me use the footage. But because I think Crunchyroll didn't know how to handle it at the time, my channel was never, like, whitelisted. And if it was only whitelisted for a short while. So I might re-upload those and like the Mushi Bucko episode reviews. I'm still surprised I did all of the episodes for that series, considering that series is pretty different. I don't know how else to call it. It's just a different fucking series. So I'll probably upload those on Patreon too. So if you guys want to see those will be on Patreon with like the Ghibli reactions and the Pokemon commentary episode reactions. I'm going to try to throw in some other stuff. I'm just kind of racking my brain on what else to put up there. But other than that, until then, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for the support. Thank you guys for hanging and rocking with me. Hope you guys are doing okay, staying safe, staying healthy, and financially surviving this weird, troubling time that feels like it came out of nowhere. Even in retrospect, they knew in advance. They just didn't know how bad it was going to be. And look forward to more content, because realistically, this is like the best time to be a YouTuber, because I should be uploading all like crazy. So it's a slow burn, but we're gonna get there, god damn it. And hopefully the money that you get from the government helps to a degree. Even if it's not everything, at least it's something. Although they're probably gonna have to do it again, because that was realistically the money they're giving is more for like March. And they probably need to give something for like this month too. Potentially May, depending on how shit snowballs, because I think we still haven't really curved down yet, or fucking plateaued yet, which is a whole thing. But yeah, leave your thoughts in the comments section below. Thank you guys for watching. This has been your boy Vlogs a Game from your boy Terrell, and I will catch you guys later. Peace. Oh, also, last thing, start experimenting with cutting my hair because all the barbershops are closed. Woo! Alright, peace.